Izapoko Lakota, Maka, Blue Wakpa, Machipelo. I regret that I'm going to have to speak to you in the colonizer's tongue this evening. But maybe one day in the future our grandchildren can speak together in the indigenous language of this land. I'm honored to live here, be born and raised here on the Patwin Nation. And I want to recognize the Chief Solano of this land. Also, I want to start off by informing you all that I am just one voice of many indigenous people. However, of the nearly 750,000 indigenous Native Americans who live in California, I am, and about 5.2 million who live in the United States, I represent 0.01% of those people who have achieved a doctorate degree. I represent a young nation that is rising and is becoming empowered and is becoming aware of his identity and is able to speak coherently about this topic tonight. There are many other people who may not have a strong opinion on this topic. Like myself, I did not always have a strong opinion about this. You might have the impression that I've always been into academia, but that's not the case. When I went through the public school system, I always had a deep mistrust for educators and the schooling system. I went to a school that had an Indian mascot, and I have always felt like I was invisible. I did not exist, and that was because of, am I 3 minutes up?
Finish your thought. Finish that thought.
If we're going to talk about honoring indigenous people, let's make the indigenous people part of that discussion. We cannot have colonizers deciding for us what is going to honor us. Indigenous people need to be part of that dialogue. So first we need to get rid of the mascot, and now we need to find out how we can honor indigenous people of this land. Oh, Tapios.
Bob Smith.